Hello, and thank you for tuning in. Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. How's everybody doing tonight for Whatever Wednesday? And it is whatever. I have a little bit of everything, I think, here. So hop on, say hi, let me know where you're from, where you're watching from, and if you're the first time on this site, let me know that also, okay? So, I'm going to get started. A couple of things I wanted to show first before I jump right in with the stamping is a couple of great cards that I received. So this is from, hi Matthew, this is from my friend Maureen Power up in Canada. Thank you, Maureen, for this beautiful card. Hi Peggy, hi Joanne, hi Kathy. So this is from Maureen, and Maureen, thank you for that absolutely lovely note too. And this is from Beverly. Okay, Beverly is one of my customers, and look at this great card. Yes, look at that. I'll have to play around with that. So thank you for this lovely card too, Beverly. I really appreciate that. Hi, Steph. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Deb. Hi, Trudy. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be using one of the new stamp sets. You notice I'm opening the book, but you can't see it. And it's World of Good. And I've got a couple of samples and some other things to show you. So I'm just going to flip the camera so we can get started. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Those of you who watch me know that it is decaf at night with a little Bailey's. Do you want to put that back there so I don't drop it? And let's get started. Okay, if you'd like to order from me, just go to StampersDelight.com. This is my host code for May. I can't wait till next Wednesday, because next Wednesday I can actually open up this catalog live. It's very, very hard not to do that. Oh, Dawn, you're from Clintondale, right up the road. Hello. So yes, I am actually from Statsburg, New York. I usually say New York. Statsburg is a little village, part of Hyde Park, New York. And if you live near me, or even if you don't, and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So this catalog goes live next Wednesday, and then I will be able to open it up. Right now I can't, so we're just going to move this away for a moment. And I'm actually going to move my paper away. So, before I start, I just want to remind everybody that I do have my paper share going on. I know you can't read that, but it's in the description later after the video's done. And I always do a paper share with all the different papers. 6x6 is what you're going to get, a little bit of everything. So check out that description. I have quite a few people already signed up. Remember, if you sign up and you pay by June 2nd, then I will send you a little mystery gift. So these are the papers we're actually going to see tonight. Okay, yes, the new catalog countdown. So these, and they're double-sided, most of them. I don't want to say all of them. There are one or two that may not be double-sided. These are all double-sided. Okay, these are not all the papers that you get. You do get 132 6x6 pieces. And the reason you don't have all of them here is because I couldn't pre-order all of them yet. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is something old and something new. Something new, of course, is Beautiful World, which is from the sweet World of Good. And this has beautiful dies to it. So there's the dies that go with this bundle. And then also this great weathered, it's called a 3D Old World embossing. To me, it looks like antique or vintage embossing folder. Okay, so you'll be seeing some of that tonight, and that you'll see that on the brass foil paper, which is really nice. And I paired it up a little bit with, okay, the first one, and this is being retired, is the Crackle paint. When I saw this, I just looked, and I always think of this as being vintage, and I just thought that it went so well with this stamp set. And you'll see one of the cards that I added to. Hi, Pam. Hi, Sharon. Hi, France. I don't know what that blank piece is for. And another thing you'll see is from the Sailing Home. Now, the Sailing Home is not retiring, but the designer series paper that goes with it is. So you want to grab that. Okay. All right. So let's put the stamp sets over here. Oops. I might need those dies, so we don't want to lose those. Oh, that's what that went to. How could I not know that? Let's put that together because we may need these later. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is a scrapbook page that I did. And I did this with our new Misty Moonlight. And this is a 12 by 12 piece. I'm going to kind of open this up a little bit here so you can see this. Okay, so this is a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. And then here is where you can see the retiring scrap designer series paper back here. I'll bring it up so you can see it, the sailboats. And then the new designer series paper is what I use to mat it. This designer series paper that I used to mat, the large sheet looked like this. So I just cut it down and matted it underneath my pictures. Now there is a way where you can cut this. Let me bring this in. Let's say for this piece right here, and I want to explain how you can use that. So you don't waste the whole piece. You're going to cut your matting, which is this piece, and then you can take one of these rectangle dies. Let me grab a piece and show you. So let's say that was my mat. You could go ahead and run this through the Big Shot, poke this piece out, then put your picture over it so that you have the border, but you still have that middle piece to use. Okay, it might make more sense in a little while, but I did want to mention that to you. Okay, let's put this back. So that's a way to save on cardstock or designer series paper. So you would cut a hole behind the picture. And this is, what it says is enjoying a great day at the beach at Catacolona, Greece. I think that's how you say it. This was on our Greece trip. It was even better spending it with Corey and Ryan Hancock. So let me just show you up here. I have some of these little doodads that also go to that suite. And I don't know if you can see them, but they're these little metal doodads. And of course I have a little saying here, adventure awaits. And that is from the Memories and More cards that also go with that bundle or suite. I should say the suite. And here you go. Look at this. So you got the designer series paper, you've got the Memories and More card kits, you have the stamp set, lots going on with this bundle or suite. So that was my first scrapbook page that I did. Hi Nathan, I loved your card. All right, now if you don't really want to do a large scrapbook, you can always use our 6x8. And what I love about these is if you've got a million cards around, pictures around like I do, you can just make a scrapbook page very, very simple. Okay, let me show you how. I'm going to bring that camera back in a little bit. Okay, and it looks like it got a little blurry. Hopefully it clears up here. And there it goes. Okay, so we have these great inserts for our 6x8 albums. And basically you just slide a 4x6 picture. That's me and Reggie, my husband Reggie, and Donna and Daryl Gray acting silly at in Mykonos. Okay. And then I cut another picture down of me and Reggie. And I'm just going to slide that one in there. And then from these great Memories and More cards, I just took one that said, today was a great day. I did a little journaling. Slide that right in there. And bam, you got a scrapbook page already. Look at that. Very quick and easy. The nice thing I like also is like I could use that as my next scrapbook page on my other side and just put some more pictures on that side. So lots of different ways to scrapbook. Okay, are you ready to see some cards? All right, so the first one I'm going to bring in is this card that I did. Now you'll see these pieces right here. One is dark and one is light. That again comes from the card, the Memories and More. They have some, these stickers, different stickers, and that's where this came from. So I used the Crackle background stamp, which is retiring. Very quick and easy. I layered it on the new Bumblebee, some espresso, and just a few leaves. I didn't even put a sentiment on there yet. Didn't forget it. I'm going to do it later, as long as I don't run out of time. And on the inside, it says, "You make the world a better place." Just a quick, easy card. And I am going to put something on that later on. But I did want to show you how the crackled background goes so well with this. Oh yes, definitely share my videos. Okay, the next one I'm going to bring in is this one, Ooh and Ahs. Now you can see back here we have some designer series paper. And I also cut out, like I told you before, I used my rectangular frame. So if I took that apart, I didn't press this down really hard because I wanted you to see what I was talking about. See what I did? I just made a frame. I cut that piece out so that I could use that again. And then, of course, this is our new brass foil paper with the new embossing folder, the 3D Old World embossing folder. Now that I showed you, I'm going to go ahead and put some Tombow on this. Whoop, a little too much right there. And now I am going to make sure that it doesn't come off. But I did want to show you how you can save a little bit of your designer series paper and use that for something else, which you're going to see me do shortly. So this way I just get a little bit of that edge on my card. And then again, here is the world globe with some designer series paper back there, and that's from these great die cuts or dies. This is for that one. This one was this one right here. And then I just cut a circle of designer series paper using that one. Lots of different ways to use that. And again, here's the little strip right there. That is from the Memories and More card kit. Look at that. Isn't that great? And it just says today's adventure, because that's one of the cards, one of the Memories and More cards. It's already got the sentiment on there. Congratulations on your new beginning. Today's adventure. Congratulations on your new beginning. What a great graduation card, huh? Yes, it is shiny. Put that one over there. All right, so the next one I'm going to show you, I did the same thing. Now you can see through this because I used it as a frame. So I cut this frame out with the rectangular frame, and I put some more designer series paper behind that. And you can see I did everything at an angle. And then again, I used one of the Memories and More cards. Dare to live the life you've always wanted. With a little of our new ribbon. And this is our white, I don't know what, it doesn't really have a name on it. It does in the catalog. But our white and our Misty Moonlight. And what I do with these is, you can see here I layered them up. And then I added some of the gold. This is all new ribbon that's in the new catalog. And then for this one, I just made a triple bow or a double bow and then used some of that ribbon. Let me bring it up close so you can see the gold right there. I love doing that because this is a little bit wider and you can lay that right down here and then just tie it like that and make your bow and then just play around with it until you get it the way you want. So this is one of my favorite kind of bows to do when I use both of those colors or two different ribbons that are different sizes. Okay, so again, I use that with the Memories and More. And then thank you for being a part of mine. So dare to live the life you've always wanted. Thank you for being a part of mine. And of course, I put the little feather there. Quill pen, I think it's supposed to be. So that's another card that I did. Now, I've got a couple more samples to show you, but I wanted to bring in, when you get your catalog, you're going to see that they did, on one of the pictures, they have a box, and they covered the box with our designer series paper. Well, I tried to do that based on what I saw. So this is, here, we'll do it this way. This is a paper pumpkin box. And what I did, I made it look like a suitcase. Now you can see I put the paper pumpkin inside out so that the craft side is showing up. So this way I didn't have to use up all my designer series paper. You see, you can see the craft sides, okay? And then I made the little buckles because we have the little doodads that I showed you on that scrapbook page that also come with that suite. See, there's the little buckles. They'll be great for Santa Claus pants. And then I made my own little handle by using the designer series paper and these brads that are also retiring. Okay, so they are in here. Let me see if I can open that first. So this was my rendition of it. I kind of skimped on the designer series paper because I didn't have enough. There's the brads, and they are being retired. So you want to grab those now because they go great with this bundle or suite. So what I did was I made myself a little handle, and then I just put the brads in there. Okay. Yes, Yvette got hers. You got one yesterday. So they are coming. The catalogs are coming. You can see I also put some more of those little doodads in each corner. Now I'm going to open it. I wasn't really crazy about the way it came out, but remember, it's my first time trying it. This Discover is also from the Memories and More card kit, and so is this big globe. So what I did when you, well, it would help. These actually work. Okay, so you have to actually open. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. So it's not just for decoration. It really does open. I'm just going to open that. Yes, I glued these down, except for on the top so that you could open it. Okay. And when I open it, what I did was I just lined the sides, okay, because the rest of it was craft. Now, inside, of course, you have the, you can see the paper pumpkin in here, but I have a lot of this craft. There's some crumb cake paper. I have cardstock. I have a lot of this, looks like paper bag stuff. And I just figured if I was going to use this for something, what I would do is just fill it with this crinkle paper. So if I do another one, I think I would overlap everything so you don't see that orange. Well, like I said, it was my first try, and I was doing it from the catalog. Now, what I would do with this, I'm going to show you what I would do with this, and this is really what I wanted to do it for. I'm going to take that out, and I'm using this for my Memories and More cards. Let me show you that. And I can put my little doodads in here from this. Everything that goes with this suite, I can just put in my little box, my little suitcase, and close it up. I'm not going to close it up in case I need it. So that's my little travel box. Okay. And then the other card, and what I'm going to stamp, is a braided card. Okay, so this is one of my favorites. You can see, again, I use those little doodads. I use the suede, it feels like suede brown ribbon that goes with this. Okay. And then I layered up some cardstock. This is the new Cinnamon Cider, Cinnamon. You know which one I'm talking about. And our espresso. You can't see it back here, but I did use the 3D embossing folder, but there's just such a little tiny bit of the brown showing through you can't see it. And adventure awaits. Thank you for being a part of mine. This is the inside of the braided card. So for the braided card, and I will put this when I add the pictures and everything, I will put my little template that I used. So I have a little template that I use for the braiding, and I'll give you a copy of that too. All right, so what I did was I'm going to change it up. I'm going to use the espresso now. And I'm just going to fold that in half. I'm going to take my template. I'm going to lay it down on the where my card folded. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paper clips so that it stays in place. You want to kind of make sure that you have the same edging on each side. And actually, I think I'll start at the bottom. I don't really think it matters, but maybe it does. Let's see, which way did I do it? Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm just going to put these on there. That's just to hold it in place. You want to get a good sharp pair of scissors, and then what you're going to do, nothing like hoping you do this right on camera, and you're just going to snip where those lines are. Now, I will tell you, you're going to want to use a new template each time. I've tried, and then you can just slide these down. I've tried to reuse the template. For some reason, it just does not work because this is just paper, and it just doesn't give you the right edge that you need or a crisp cut. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so we're just going to slide these down. Probably could use 2 of them. And then I'm just going to cut that. Keeps freezing for you, Pam. I don't know if it's freezing for anybody else. I can't help that. Everybody's got a different operating system. I know I'm still green, so I'm good from here. The weird thing is, I know it freezes on Facebook. When I upload it to YouTube, people tell me it doesn't freeze at all. So I haven't figured that one out. Now I'll take those paper clips off and finish that up. Okay, so now I'm going to take that template off. When I open it up, it's going to look like this. You got all these little edges. Okay? All right. So we're going to fold it this way. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, the second one. This is the first one, okay? Let me just bring that camera in a little bit. Okay. So this is the first one. I'm just going to fold that out of the way for a second. That's the first one. The second one, I'm going to snip out of there. Be careful, but you just snip that out. You want to save that though, okay? All right. Then you're going to take every other one. So this one is going to come down here, and you're going to tuck those like that. I like to use my bone folder. Skip one, tuck that underneath. It's really not hard, and it looks great. Skip that one. Tuck that one. Well, if it's your computer, Pam, I can't help you. Okay. Skip that one. Tuck this one. And again, skip that. Tuck this. Now, I'm going to show you something too. You can do it whichever way you want. These are all shooting up. You could do it the opposite way if you want. Okay, when you get to that last one, you're going to take this V, and what you're actually going to do is you're going to glue this to this one so that looks like your next braid. Oh, I was off screen? I'm sorry. Did everybody get to see me tucking? Okay, so I'm just going to put a little glue here because I can move that around. A little on the end. Did everybody? So not just me. No, Pam, nobody else said that it was freezing. They said that I was off camera, and I apologize. Okay. All right. So that's how you do the braiding. Okay, let me bring it back in a little bit here, because now we got to go down. So did everybody see that? I hope you could. I hope I wasn't off camera the whole time. And then what I like to do is very gently make sure you got a good crisp edge. You were just off. Oh, just a little, Judy. You got the gist of it though, right? And there's your card. Now, if you want, you can also glue these down, but you really don't have to. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of what I've already cut. Okay. And did I bring my... I don't think... Well, okay. So there's the card. So then I'm going to layer it up. So this first piece is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so now I got to lower this so you can see the whole thing. There we go. So that's going to lay there. And then this piece is 3 by 5 and a quarter. This one was 5 and a little bit over 5 and a quarter. All right, I'll put the actual dimensions in the description. And I'm just going to layer that just like that. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. I know I love the braided technique. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some glue on here. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Problem when I do it up that high, I can't tell if I'm doing it crooked or not. Okay, and you can use either side, but you know, I like the side that glitters or shines. Let me go ahead and do this. That's going to layer up right here real nice. Okay. I've already made the pieces so that I didn't have to use my big shot and make the table go all over the place. So here's the pieces that I've already cut. Oh, I forgot to use my ribbon. That's okay. You see this one has ribbon behind it. We're going to do something else now. That's going to go here, and this slides right into there like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue. Just dot, 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 just to hold it in place. And I think, did I bring my mats back down? I brought them upstairs because my a little too much. My silicone mats were very dirty, so I had to wash them. And for those of you that you don't know, when you get a lot of glue on those silicone mats, a little soapy water comes right off. All right, so I'm going to put this down here first. Turn them over. Okay. I'm going to put him right here. Okay. Now this one has a bow right there, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my faux suede ribbon, and I'm just going to do a regular bow tonight. I'm just going to make a little bow. I'm actually going to put that right here, I think. Okay, so I want it to look a little bit different than that one, so let's make this a little bit smaller. I'm going to put, Kathy, I'm going to put the, yeah, thank you, Geraldine. I'm going to put the, a picture so that you can download yourself the template, okay? I'm going to put that right there. But before I do that, I want to grab a little bit of this gold ribbon. And the gold ribbon, here's a trick to this. This fray is very easy. If you don't want it to fray, what you're going to do is you're going to tie a knot at the end. And I suggest this all the time, even if you do want it to fray when you're done. It frays very easily. So tie a knot. You can hardly see that little knot right there. Otherwise, it's just going to keep fraying on you. Okay? And I'm just going to take a little piece here, and I'm going to tie it in another bow. You'll see what I mean. As soon as I cut the other side, it's going to start fraying, which is cool. I love it. But when you're trying to tie it, you don't want it fraying. Just a little tip. Okay. Now watch, as soon as I cut this, it starts fraying. Now if you're very gentle with it, it might not. But the minute you touch it, it starts fraying. So now where I have that little knot, I'll cut that little knot off so that it does fray. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a glue dot. And put that right in the middle of my bow. Still in camera view, right? Yeah, I have to look up every once in a while because I forget sometimes I go out of camera view. Okay. So as I'm playing with this little ribbon, you can see that it's starting to fray. Okay, so I want to ball up that little glue dot a little bit. And you can just roll up the little edges. Or you could roll it up on your finger before you even put it down there. Okay, that's good. I'm going to put this right there. So now I have a gold bow in the middle. Play around with that. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to grab some more glue dots. I'm going to put that right here. Put another one maybe real close next to it just to hold that bow in place. I'll put all the measurements in the template when I'm done. So there's the bow on that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of these little gold doodads. These are retiring. Remember, I like to use some retiring things, and I'm just going to put a couple of these little doodads right here. Okay, in a row, just to add a little bit to it. Okay. All right. Now, I got to open up my little box because I was going to use this cutout that I already did, but then I remembered that we have in these, in the Memories and More, you got all these great pieces. So I'm going to use the Dream instead. Again, this would make a great graduation card. And just put Dream right there. And if I had some extras of these, I would put it there, but I don't, so I'm not going to. Okay, so that one says Dream. Let's see, what do we want for the inside? Dream, life's a beautiful journey. Yes. How about that? Dream, life's a beautiful journey. What a great graduation card. Yes, Cindy, doodads is great because then I don't have to remember all the different names. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I just love the feather for the inside. I'm going to go off the side a little bit because it also has this cute little inkwell. And I'm going to put that right here. Look at that. Could have done a little... Look at that. Isn't that cute? What a great graduation card. And I'm going to go ahead and just put that right there. What do you think? So that's the braided card technique. Yeah, you got to have some bling. And again, I will add everything for you. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, and I haven't done this yet, but we're going to try it. This is our little gold box, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just fold this up. Well, yeah, I'm going to fold it up first. I love these little gold boxes. Now when I do these, I use tear tape once I get it together so that it doesn't keep popping open. So let's just do that. I just want to put it together. So inside, I would use tear tape. I may not do that right now because I have a few things I want to get through. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so there's my little box, right? Okay. I already cut a piece of... Yeah, I'm trying to think which way I want it. Yep, I'll do it that way. I already cut a piece of our designer series paper, and this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm just going to put that right on there. You don't need to layer anything else on there because you've got that nice gold box, right? I'm going to go ahead and snail this down to the front. Okay. Know where I'm going with this yet? All right. Anybody? Okay. I'm going to bring these little guys in. And I'm going to bring in that suede ribbon. And I am just going to measure this with my fingers. I do want it about the same length though. Hey Donna! How's it going? Okay, so we're gonna just do that. Okay. So now I do have to grab my double-sided tear tape. And here's what I'm going to do. I want this to go here and around here. So I'm going to just put a little tear tape on part of this just to keep it in place. And it's pretty close to the right size, so you can just play around with it, and I'll show you in a second. Just tear that off. And then pick that off just a little bit. And if some of it is not on the ribbon, just use your, take your pick tool and just put it inside there. You see what I'm doing? Just grab it in there. Okay. And we're going to put this right here. And then I'm just going to bring this around. I'm going to cut that just a tad. Take one of these little brads, or yeah, one of these little guys. I should have done this part before I put it on here, but that's okay. I'm going to just poke that through. I'm going to take another little piece of tear tape right here. The other side I'll do first before I put it on there. Take that little piece off. Okay, and then what I'm doing, can you see what I'm doing? I'm looping that so that that buckle stays down. So that when I roll this around, hopefully I didn't cut, yeah, and tighten it. Yeah, I just find it easier to push this through. Those are my nails, I think it is. Okay, so we'll just push that through. And then I'm just gonna tighten it up. Whoop. I think I could have made that a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. So now we got our little buckle there. And what you can do is put some more back here. I got you to change your mind, huh? Okay, I want that really tight here so that I can pull this piece through. So let me take that out for a second. Okay. And I am going to add another little piece right here. Get that tear tape off. Okay. And then I'm just going to, like I said, curl that under so that you don't have it sticking out. I'm going to pull that very tight, very taut, around the back of this. Then it will have enough room to go through here. There we go. Leave yourself a little more ribbon than I did. And you can always cut it later. It's always easier to use more and cut it later. So I'm just going to use my, there we go, poked it through. Okay, so there's the first one. Now I have this one, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a little tear tape right here. And I think I'll do the buckle first. So this is going to go right here. Yeah, see, this is going to work better. Okay. So we're going to take another little piece of tear tape up here. The more ribbon you have, the easier it is to work with, like I said, and you can always cut that later. I need to order more of these doodads. Okay, so I'm just going to thread that through this way. I think it's time to cut my nails. All right, just poke that through here. Pull it down just a tad. Hi, Gail. Okay, now that I got that right, now I'm going to take this piece off. Lay that right here. And again, I'm going to wrap it around and pull it around this way. See where I want that other piece? So what I'm basically doing is I'm making a smaller version of that suitcase with these little gold boxes. And you can add some things in there, like some little mini thank you cards. Or you can, you know, put some little treats in there. Okay, I'm going to pull that taunt. And you don't have to use as much designer series paper as I did with the other one. Now I didn't measure these, so hopefully they'll come out pretty close. I do recommend you measure them like I did with the, where your buckles are. Okay. And then I'm just going to tighten this up. This helps me poke it through. So there's my little suitcase so far, right? And then I'm just going to take a piece of designer series paper, that piece that's left over from something that I worked on. Let's see, what do I have here? Here's a piece right here. Not even going to bother cutting it. I don't think. Maybe I will. Let's see how I can get that. I want to make this a little thicker, so I am going to double it up. Okay, so I do have to probably trim that a little bit. Let's see. I'm just folding it. Sorry, I was out of camera view. Let me see if I do this with my bone folder. If it's too wide. It might be too wide. No. I'm just going to bend this. Bend this. See if it works. Yeah, it's a little too big. Okay, so let's trim it. I don't want it too big on there. So you could use a scrap of paper for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in my mini trimmer. Just going to trim it in half and then maybe a little bit smaller. So I might do it at 3 3/4. All right, now we'll roll it just like that. Yeah, I think that might be better. And I'm just going to first, I just want to see if it's big enough. It's going to go right under here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a little snail, whatever glue you have handy. Just going to roll that up again. What do you think of the little suitcase? Don't go anywhere. I still have more stuff to show you. Okay, now I'm going to kind of make that, bend that, make it look like a suitcase handle. Okay, I am going to bring in those retired doodads if I still have them on my table here. I should. Where did I put them? They're probably right in front of me, right? Okay, they're not, but I want them. They have to, oh, there they are. Okay. I'm going to bring these in. I'm just going to try to get 2 small ones because this is kind of small, so I don't want real big ones. The problem with the smaller ones, they're harder to work with. Okay, there's 2 small ones. And I have a hole puncher. I'm just going to punch a hole in each end. See, I'm not even going through the box for the hole punch. Just going to make these little guys here. I think this would be really cute, and then you can put a little thing on the front and put some little note cards in there for somebody. Maybe somebody that's going away, you know, and just so that they can keep in touch with their family. Okay, so once I have that on there, I'm going to grab some tear tape. And I would use tear tape with this because you really want to keep that down. And put it on each end here. Put it right over the brad. Let's see. I tend to stay on later on Wednesday nights, don't I? I get crafting with you, and I don't want to leave. Okay. Then I'm going to play with that handle a little bit. Ooh, this is sticky. I'm going to slide it right under here. Press it down. Oh, can you see me? And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. It's got just enough room to go under there. So that when you take off the ribbon or the belts of the little suitcase, you'll see the little brads. And then you just play with the handle. So we have this cute little box that looks like a little suitcase. Oh, you're fine with staying on longer and crafting? All right. And let's see what we want to put on the front of that. Let's go to our stickers. Let's see what we have here. I want something a little nicer than that. How about a nice little... Yeah, how about this? Okay, so we're going to use this little globe. And then maybe a little feather. No, you know what? I don't think I'll use the feather. I think I'll put something else on here. I think what I'm going to do is use some of these little doodads. Okay, so that gets laid down there. And we'll take a couple of these little guys. Well, I put that on crooked now, didn't I? Let's just take that back off for a second if I can. That little globe was definitely not straight. See if I can lift him up and move him. If not, he's going to stay that way. Because I don't want to mess him up. Ooh, got him up. Okay. So we're going to put the globe straight in the middle here. And then we'll put a couple little doodads on here. Maybe a couple different colors. How's that? Just something little cute, little 3D project. So you got a little box. And then you can open it up, put some treats in it, give it to somebody that's you know, traveling, some little note cards to send home. And for those of you who didn't see the large one, this was the larger one I did earlier. All the pictures will be on by tomorrow, okay? Just so you know, in case I don't get to them tonight, I will put everything on there tomorrow. I will upload the template for the braids, though. Okay, so next what I wanted to show you was, let me bring it in. Okay, so let me bring in this card back so I can show you. Okay, so remember this card, and I cut that out, and I had this inside piece. This is the inside piece, and this is what it looks like with the the 3D folder. Hi, Linda. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so that's the inside piece, and you don't want to waste that. So what I thought I would do is I would bring in one of our Memories and More cards, since it's already, just make a quick, easy card with it. And I haven't done this yet. I'm just thinking, okay, I don't want to hold, I want to show some of those cute little dots. So what if I bring in this, What a Wonderful World. Let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some ribbon on it. And again, this is just using up what you've already used. I mean, you have that piece, so why not use it up, right? All right, so we're just going to put a little snail here. Again, I'm going to use that nice ribbon. It helps me too so that I don't have all these pieces left over. Okay. Then I am going to take a little more snail. Just go right over that ribbon. I'm going to bring in, let's see what color's on here. I'm going to bring in that gold ribbon. I'm going to lay that right in the middle. So you see how it brings out that brown espresso ribbon. Cut that. Nothing like quick, easy cards with our Memories and More cards, I'll tell you. And this set is beautiful. Oop, put that back there. Okay. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right inside. Now, it's not gonna, you're not going to see all the white dots, but you can see the top and the bottom. Put that right there. And then put this one right there. I'm going to use dimensionals for that. What I like about these, it says What a Wonderful World. It can, I mean, you can put it for whatever you want, but you've already got your sentiment on the front of the card. Right? Okay. And with that, I need to take my backs off. Okay, well, I didn't quite make it through tonight without losing something on my table. Close! Close, but no cigar. Okay. And I'm just going to angle that off center. What a Wonderful World. Quick, easy card. And then you can always add some more embellishments. I happen to have a couple of white pearls right here, so I'll use those up. I like to use up my pieces. Oh, I found it. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is put one here. One here, maybe one right there. Quick, easy card using up that last piece that I had right here. Oh, that's great, Geraldine. Thanks. So that's another one. Now, let me bring in the other card. This one can do the same thing. This card, you saw the black behind it. Okay, so this is what was left over from that. So I'm going to bring in one of those yellow card bases. This one I'm going to do a little bit different, but again, using up what I have. So I'm just going to angle that one. So now I can really see those white dots. This one says, Dream, Discover, and Explore. If you need graduation cards right now, this set has the greatest sayings for it. Again, I'm going to use dimensionals on this one. I don't think I know this many people that are graduating though. I'm going to put this one just like this. Okay. And over here, I have some more of these cute little doodads. Thought I had some that were already open. I know I do. There they are. And I'm going to bring those in. Now, if I put the yellow on the yellow, the bumblebee on the bumblebee, it's not going to show up. So let's do a couple of these. And just put some doodads on there. And you got a quick, easy card. So much more I could do with this. So let me just bring in everything again, because I do have my giveaway to do from what was it, Sunday? The paper pumpkin. So we have this card using the leftover from this. We have this card using the leftover of that. We have our quick card, simple stamped card, which I didn't put a saying on it yet. Oop. Okay. I'll just leave it blank. Maybe it'll be just a thinking of you or just a note card. We have the 2 braided cards. We have our small little box, suitcase box. And then, I didn't put them back together yet, but my large suitcase. And I'll take still pictures of that, and I will put the template on there for you. I really hope you enjoyed tonight. I had so much fun making these, and there's so much more I could do with them. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if Donna's still on. Let me flip the camera. And my scrapbook pages. Okay, this is the one from the beach. And then this is the quick and easy scrapbook page I made of us being silly in Mykonos. Forgot about those. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed spending the evening with you, and I'll be back here Friday morning at 7 a.m. Now, here's the kit that I made up from the leftovers. Okay, this was this extra stamp set that I had, and the extra ink pad and the ribbon. Okay, and I have 1 card of each in here, and somebody's going to win that. And that winner is Paula Brown, and Paula Brown watches me on YouTube. So I will send you a message, Paula, if you're watching me on Facebook now. This is yours. I need your address. And when I upload this to YouTube, I will send you a shout out to send me your address. So Paula Brown, this is yours. I hope you all have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you Friday morning back here at 7 a.m. To those of you, my customers that have not received your catalogs yet, please be patient. I did contact Stampin' Up. They all went out on May 11th. They said it could take up to 3 weeks with everything's going on. So just be patient, and happy stamping, everyone. Bye.